Part 1. Chapter 1. Rosie. London, June 1991. The man I've come to see is nearly a century old, white-haired and lean, with just a dash of his youthful film-style looks remaining. He sits alone on stage, drumming his fingers on his knees. His head is tilted back as he takes a hard look at the crowd, at the latecomers standing awkwardly in the aisles, their smiles sheepish, at the young couple who've brought their children, a toddler girl swinging her legs back and forth, and the older one, a boy, solemn-faced and motionless. At me. Usually when two strangers make eye contact across a crowded room, one or both will look away, but neither of us do. Alexei Ivanov will be reading tonight from his memoir, the slim, red-jacketed book sitting on a table next to his chair. I've read it so many times by now that I could mouth it along with him. The hillside falls out of view, and voices, too, fall away. We are like castaways, adrift on a single piece of wreckage that is floating to sea, leaving behind everything that linked us to humanity. Alexei stands up. "Thank you all for coming," he says, with the knife edge of an accent. "And so, I begin." The Last Bolshevik is an account of his time on Stalin's White Sea Canal, told in short story form so that people don't forget to breathe as they're reading it. Today, Alexei has chosen the tale of a work party's doomed expedition through a grim, wintry wilderness to build a road that no one would ever take. The holes that the prisoners dug were for themselves. It would be their only grave. My hands feel clammy and heavy, and my toes begin to tingle in my boots. The middle-aged man seated next to me pulls his coat tighter around himself, while just up ahead the young girl has stopped swinging her legs and is as straight-backed as her older brother. In a lecture hall full of people, Alexei Ivanov has snuffed out every sound. He reaches the end of the story and closes the book. "I am open to questions," he says. There's a faint shuffling of feet. Somewhere in back, someone coughs and a baby begins to fuss. A quick shushing by the mother follows. Alexei is preparing to settle back into his chair when the man next to me suddenly lifts a hand. Alexei smiles broadly and gestures to the man. "Go on." "My question is a wee bit personal," says my neighbour in a thick Scottish brogue. He shifts in his seat. "I hope you don't mind. Please. You dedicated this memoir to someone you only call Kukulka. Is there any chance you will share with us who that is?" He doesn't say it, but somehow we all hear it. Or who that was. The smile slides off Alexei Ivanov's face. Without it, he no longer looks like the famous dissident writer, the celebrated historian. He's only an old man, stooping beneath the burden of over 9 decades of life. He glances around the room once more, just as the baby, somewhere out there, lets out another startled cry. Alexei's gaze lands on me again for half a second, before moving on. "Hers is a name I never speak aloud," he says. "And if I did, I would shout it." I leave my row and head for the stage. The audience is filtering out, but Alexei is still shaking hands, chatting with the organizers. I've read all his writing, mostly while hunched over in a reading room in the Bodleian, and this is the effect of those musty hours, that pure silence. No matter how human the man might look, Alexei Ivanov has become almost a mythical figure to me, a legend, someone right out of my mother's fairy tales. "Hello there," he says, turning to me. He has a smile like a torchlight. "I enjoyed your reading so much, Mr. Ivanov," I say, finding my voice. Maybe enjoy isn't the right word, but he nods. "Your story is inspirational." I'd planned in advance to say this, but only after saying it do I realize how much I mean it. "Thank you," he says. "My name is Rosemary White, Rosie."